Shalom. First of all, I just want to get out here and say that I haven't done a video in about a month, because I've been sick, and I had to have a little surgery or whatever, and so yeah, I had some surgery done. I put some pictures up. It ain't doing too good. They kind of messed me up. Haven't been able to use but one of my hands, but the work still must be done, and this is why you haven't been seeing me. And then I tried to get on live the other day, but for some reason Facebook wasn't letting me do it, so I couldn't do it. But anyway, I'm finna get into this lesson real quick before I go out, because I'm going out to the highways and hedges today to preach also. Okay, and this is the so-called white man, and this is out to connect through prophecies, not just what people talking about. This is how you connect them to the scriptures. Okay, so this is it. And it says, I'm gonna get into it. So-called white man has always been against us. Even our forefathers and their forefathers were at odds, and we could prove that. Okay, we're gonna start with Cain and Abel, because Cain and Abel were brothers. Cain, Cain was wicked. He was the wicked brother. He hated Abel, and he killed him. But we're gonna go to Genesis and read it. Okay, and this is Genesis 4:1, and it said, "And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain. And she said, I have gotten a man from the Lord." So she had got a man child from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the field, a tiller of the ground. So these were brothers. These were twin brothers, Cain and Abel. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. So he gave an offering because he tilled the ground. He brought an offering unto the Lord. And his brother, he dealt with the animals and stuff. He brought an offering unto the Lord. And it says, "And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell." So he was pissed off. He was upset, and he frowned up. That's what it meant by his countenance had fallen. And he said, "If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him." So basically, what the Most High was telling Cain was like, if what you brought me was correct, if what you did was right, then you shouldn't be mad. But because it ain't right, this is why you're mad, And he said, "But in your brother, what he brought me, because of who he is, he's going to rule over you." And I'm going to read that again. He said, "And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him." And so, okay, and it said, "And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him." So he killed his brother. "And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?" So he sat there and lied right right to the Most High, right, directly to the Most High. Just told a bold-faced lie. Okay? And he said, "What hast thou done? Thy voice of thy brother crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand." And so the Most High cursed Cain. Okay? Now, how did he curse him? Let's get into it. And it said, "When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth." And before we go any further, you can name me one person, one race of people that is considered a fugitive and a vagabond on this planet. And we know it's the so-called white man, right? Okay. "And Cain said unto Yahweh, My punishment is greater than I can bear. He said, Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. So the Most High changed the appearance of Cain. So Cain looked at, he didn't look like anybody else. He made him where he stood out. He took away Cain's pigment in his skin tone and his color, so that people would know who he is. You know? And so he marked Cain in a physical way. So whoever saw him would not kill him. And the mark was a loss of color or pigment, like I was just telling you. And he was devoid of any skin color, so he had no skin color. Same as this so-called white man is today. And that was when it was started. Then Cain was killed. He was the only one that bore that mark. His children didn't even bear the mark. The children that he had didn't even bear the mark, you know. The mark ended right there with Cain as he was killed, you know. But the spirit of Cain was pure wickedness, you know. And Cain was a liar. And he had enough balls to lie to the Most High right in his face. But all that bears witness to the scriptures. And I'm leading this back up to this. And I'm just going to show you how bold he was, right? The Most High asked him a question, and he lied to the Most High. So this is Genesis 4:9 again. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? He sat there and lied right in his face. So he told a bold-faced lie directly to the Most High and got smart too. You know, he didn't just lie and say he didn't know. And he got smart and said, am I his keeper? Is this motherfucker in my pocket? You know, so the prophecies bear witness, you know, he didn't have no fear of the Most High, period. You know, he had no fear of the Most High. And the Bible backs up who the so-called white man is. The prophecies bear witness to who's who. Now I'm going to read you John chapter 8. This is John chapter 8 and 44. And it says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. Slaki. And again, this is referring to Esau's forefather, whom is Cain, because he killed his brother, which made him a murderer. And he was the first of his kind, you know. And he was the first who bore the mark. So, Slaki, go sit down, okay? Be still, okay? And he was the first one who bore the mark and the spirit of the devil. And he also hated his brother, right? Okay. And it says, he was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. And what is the white man has always been known for? He has always been known for lies, more lies, death, and more death, oppression, and even more oppression. So just like every man in the seed of his father, every man is the seed of his father. The so-called white man also is the seed of his father, the devil. And the scripture said that. And it said, ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning. So the Most High, the spirit of Esau, didn't start with Esau, it started with Cain. Because the scriptures just told you that he was a murderer from the beginning. So from the beginning means from the beginning of the creation of that spirit, which was when Cain came about. So he was a murderer from the beginning. He killed his brother, and he tried to do the same thing with Jacob and Esau. So we know through many things that the scriptures specifically profess who that this white man is. It's a lot of people that thinks that the white man is an Arab or some other goofball ass shit. But we know in the prophecies, through the prophecies, that the white man will have us in oppression right now. Ain't no Arabs got us oppressed. No Arabs got. Would you stop? No Arabs have us in oppression right now. And so, with that being said, we just gotta just use your common sense, and the understanding that Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave us to determine what's going on with these scriptures and what the Bible is really telling you. Okay, we already knew that the Romans and the so-called Greeks, we were sold to the Grecians, right? Was it not prophesied, even not just in Deuteronomy, that we would be removed from our borders, far from our borders, and be sold unto the Grecians, right? The scriptures say that. Okay? The only time that happened was in 70 AD with the southern kingdom anyway. And we were removed far from our borders. Far from our borders. Israel is far from our borders. Where we at now is far from Israel. Far from our homeland. So we know just by that this place right here, we was prophesied. Deuteronomy 28:68 prophesies us coming over here in slave ships. Cargo slave ships. And being sold as bondmen and bondwomen. Who have that happened to? We wasn't indentured servants. We didn't get paid. We was slaves. We was beat, whipped, killed, and sold. And our people, we came over here dealing with this colonizer. He came over here and colonized the rest of our northern kingdom brothers that was already here. Because the prophecy was for that we was going to go into captivity. And that's why they went into captivity with us. They thought that they was going to a man where no man had ever set foot at, which was America, and that's true. They did. But they thought there that they would keep their law, statutes, commandments, and they did not. This is why they went into captivity. This is why the white man was able to overtake them, because they was Israelites. They overtook them, and then the Hamites sold us to the white man, rounded us up, and we ended up right back in captivity together, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. And the scriptures bear witness to the fact that we will be in this place together. And I'm going to show you a scripture that's going to, before I go, that's going to back that up. And it says, I'm going to bring it to you right now. Now read, stop it, okay? Yeah, I'll bring this scripture up now real quick. Okay. I'm looking for it. Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. House of Judah. Okay, yeah, because and they consider this is the land of the north because this is North America, right? So they when they came through Osiris, which was modern day South America, that's where the Northern Kingdom came out of Assyrian captivity when they crossed the Euphrates. When they got through there, they ended up into land that back in those days was called Osiris or Ashereth. Okay, now today that place Osiris is called South America, aka Latin America, and this is how the Northern Kingdom Israelites got to the Americas first, because they came out of Syrian captivity before we did, before we even went into captivity. Actually, it was before 70 AD. That's why they was ended up there. No man had ever dwelt in the Americas before. Okay, let me see. Is this the scripture I want? And this is Jeremiah 3:18. So let me go to it real quick. It says, this is Jeremiah 3:8, chapter 3, verse 18. And it says, in those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, or the northern kingdom, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given for inheritance unto your fathers. Now see, this shit ain't happened yet. We haven't got back to our land yet. We're still here in the land of the north. He said we're going to come out of this land of the north, North America. We're going to come out of this land. We're going to walk together out of this land into the land that he gave to our fathers as an inheritance. That hasn't happened yet. So that's going to happen, you know. And there's so many, and this is just like a first installment of it. But I got to, like I said, this is just like a little quick video that I'm doing before I go out and preach. I'm going to go out and hit the highways and talk about the curses. And so I'm going to be doing that in a second. But for right now, I needed to do a sit down, you know, because I haven't, like I said, I haven't been able to do any videos, but I have built up a whole bunch of lessons, so I got a lot of lessons lined up. And they good ones, they edifying ones. Hopefully, the elect will get what I'm saying out of that. I know they will, because the elect will get it. The rest of y'all that is not the elect, you know, hey, it is what it is. But I want to end this off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, I like to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and also like to give honors to the Akim that's how he pushes his truth and sincerity to the four corners. You know, and once again, like I said, I got video after video lined up to set to go. You know, I had a little setback with my health, but I'm back down. You know, so Yahweh then gave me the smackdown to put down on as far as this truth, man, and I'm gonna put it out here. You know, so with that being said, man, y'all keep in tune. I'm gonna be back on here today in a little while. I'm gonna be on the highways and hedges. I'm gonna be preaching about the curses. So with that, man, I want to say shalom.